Welcome back to Raging Echoes Randomizer. And boy has it been random. Things we get, things we need to do. It's about to get even more random. Because we've got a lot of different things that might happen. Because we now have the medium tasks wheel. We've ended up incidentally completing a few medium tasks, just because we couldn't avoid doing so. So there are 259 things on this wheel, instead of like a few more than that. It's still a lot. We got everything on here from completely trivial to ludicrous. And if things get too bad, we might need to make decisions about how this is gonna continue going. But there's a lot of things on here which should be relatively easy to accomplish. First medium task, rolled, spinned, selected by the echoes, is complete Vampire Slayer. Well, that's easy. Well, it's medium. And that's the point. Starting the quest here in Draenor Village. Start the quest. We need to go to Varrock. So we will tool leprechaun to Varrock. It's not the best teleporter, but we still have a lot of options. And it's going to be even more options when we have more areas here too. So that'll be nice. Got our hammer, got our garlic. Looking good. Should be doable. And it's not exactly a difficult quest. Also, we are level 60, so that's also going to help a fair bit here. Get some beer, because of course. Dr. Harlow, how's it going? Sprinting through here. Where needs your help? Beer, no help. Dr. Harlow. Here's your beer. Go crazy. Nothing happens. Talk to you anyway. That's a drink. Here you go. Cheers. Kill vampires. We just need a steak. And garlic helps too. Fairy rings, spirit trees, tool leprechauns. Over to Draenor Manor. And now we're right over here. Convenient locations for this quest, at least. Honestly, just a regular Varrock teleport would also be fine. But we can't teleport with law runes yet. That's a task that we aren't allowed to do because it's a task. It's a whole system here. Running on into the manor. Going down to face off against the boss fight, which is not going to be much of a boss fight. We've got bolt spells plus the magic mastery to do more damage if we hit our max it. I guess we might be able to do more if we don't hit our complete max in here. Sorry, less than half health. There's a 14. That's not even a max. That's just something. Quest done. Also, 77,000 attack XP. Wild stuff. Was that like, I think it's like 16 times combat XP currently? That's 8 times and then another times 2 for combat. And 3 quest points. Almost up to 100. That could be beneficial. That is 56 attack. Not too shabby. And 62 combat. Neat. Some of these quest rewards could get a little bit out of control. Get us some higher levels than we're supposed to have. Currently, we've not gotten a level 60 yet. So, once something pushes over to 60, that unlocks even more levels available. Yeah. Every medium task here is 30 points. So, we're getting 3 times more points than we were for doing the easy tasks. But they also might be 3 or more times more difficult. Quite a lot of these will be. Or, we can just keep on getting piles of free easy points here. Ramping up our total points for more unlocks. Now there's only 258 options. The next thing we must do, craft any combination rune. Actually pretty doable. I got a ton of earth talismans in the bank from earlier, from 700 men. So that's gonna be some absolutely trivial mud runes here. I was thinking maybe we could go make some like lava runes or something for more XP, but we don't have the rune crafting level for that. Only just got to 14 to make a fire rune previously. And here is some mud runes. Potentially useful for other things, unless those are already done. And done, even if we go to those places. Mud runes. And 30 points. I'm sure we're gonna get something crazy eventually here. But I wouldn't mind having some more doable tasks to start at least. Complete the Struggling Sapling event. Yes, something like that. Forestry is a bit of a mess, all things considered. Need to get specific tasks here. And specific events are specific tasks. As it stands, we can do the Leprechaun, Bee, Ents, Fox, and now Sapling event, but can't do the Rising Roots, Flowering Bush, Pheasant, or Ritual events, because those are separate tasks. Waiting around woodcutting for the correct event to spawn is likely to catapult our woodcutting levels substantially. And it also would probably be a good idea to be getting fire making XP from this. But I'm sure with all of the waiting around, we're going to be just fine on that. We do need to be slightly concerned with just blasting through the total level tasks here, unfortunately. So for right now, it's just going to be some woodcutting. Technically, we can get this up to 59 right now, but at the speed we're chopping and waiting for specific events, this could be dubious, to say the least. And there's a different task completed. Chop 100 willow logs. We haven't gotten a event spawned yet even, so yeah. It's just chopping away. Well, it's a different one. This is something at least. This is the Ents one, spawned from over at the oak trees here. And that does mean that one can't spawn next to the willows right now. That's alright. Oh, they're all just standing on top of each other. We do need to do events that we can do in order to get the little whatever it is. The stuff that you can trade into this guy for things. Bark or whatever. Max and size from this guy. Also getting some levels and things. Time to go. 56 piles of willow leaves and 85 anima infused bark. Yay. So we need to pay attention if there's things happening over here too. Got it. At least something spawned. That's progress. Well, that is absolutely wild. We actually did get the right event here. Let's see. Green leaves. Just a pile of green leaves. I like that. Green leaves is first. It will say what it is, or just have the plugin also. Struggling sapling. 50% mulchy. Take some of this. And also just look where people are running. Not ideal. Maybe this. This. They're running up that way now. Look at the droppings is the third ingredient. Splinter this. Droppings. There we go. Splinter. This. This. And we get full contribution here. Or something. Wild that we actually did get this. this quickly. A specific forestry event is not the easiest thing to obtain. So this and this and this. Just mean we're going to need to get the specific forestry thing many more times here. Also getting some farming XP. That's fun. Placing it. Look at all the XP drops. Definitely not going to be the best ones for bark, which is problematic for later. There is things that you need a lot of bark for. But for right now, we managed to accomplish this, essentially. And we're just running. Getting XP. And completed the struggling sapling event for 76 maple leaves and 179 anima bark. Beautiful. And the 30 points, which is what we really came here for. Got up to 58 woodcutting. So, cutting it pretty close to unlocking 60s. Another forestry task, and we would get there. No problem. Also removed the chopping logs task from the list here. So now we will get enter the Typo 1i Hardwood Grove. Entering the grove costs 100 trading sticks, which we can easily accomplish by just selling some opals here. And we also can see the shop doesn't change, so we actually can just spam things without having to constantly close shops. There's 120 trading sticks. I think we also might need to do some other stuff here. Quick pay the hardwood grove here. Can't shop unless you've helped around the village. I just want to go in anyway. We don't need to chop the trees, we just need to enter. We're gonna need to do some stuff around here later, that's for sure. But for right now, all we need to do is sell 2 opals, which we got from the dig site when we were getting copper ore. And this is why we collect all the things that might be useful. Because they might be useful. 30 points. Next. And interestingly, we get pick an autumn squirk. So just completely skipping the spring squirks. Right to autumn. 45 thieving is required. So we're going to do some pyramid plunder. Doing some of the only things we can do in here, which is the first 3 rooms, which are the only ones we can even go to. Current level anyways, so that's fine. Just going to be searching the chest and sarcophagus here. See if we even get thieving XP for this. That's an important part of this. Get some strength XP. It's also fine. Getting attacked by mummies and scarabs though, which is not good. If we get some thieving XP, I think we need to succeed, which is problematic. And then we run to the doors. We're also poisoned, which is also a problem. Yeah, we can get thieving XP. And then we also get thieving XP for passing the traps at the start of the room. Get thieving XP for doing the doors. So we're getting XP and levels here and stuff. Just need to keep on dropping things. We need the Pharaoh's Scepter sooner rather than later here. These all have very low chance of getting anything we need here. Also seem to have a low chance of even getting the thieving XP, so this could be a process. The sarcophagus says don't even give thieving XP, so stop doing that. There is 45. Little requirement for the Autumn Garden. That is in fact the goal here. First goal here though is we're going to go sell all this for just a little bit. Technically we do have money making methods available, but until we really need to, we're going to scrape by on what we can actually just get here. Also have a few things in the bank we could technically sell for something. But here is a gold seal. I'm sure that's going to sell for something here. Been bringing random bits over to Simon Templeton. It's something. It is something. We're poisoned. Sell it. Flog the lot of them. Go from 3,000 to 5,300. Oh boy. But yeah, we've got money making methods. It's gonna be fine. 2. The Autumn Garden. When we're not poisoned. Let's see if we can just do this right this time. Autumn Garden is always the biggest doozy of the bunch. Just because of the pathing of some of the later elementals here. In theory, we can get through this. In theory. You go around and around. We got safe spots. We got options. We can do something here. And then down in this corner is not safe. Over here is theoretically safe. This is the way they're going. Loop around that. And over here, and you kind of get over to there, basically. We got this one pathing all the way that way. This one coming back this way. Just need to time things correctly here. Essentially. And we can get to right here. And then just the last one. Sometimes it just kind of works out. Just need to be patient for it. And we just need to get the singular squirk here for this task. Also, a bunch of farming experience is nice. Autumn Squirk, 30 points. 15 farming. Getting some total levels here. Working towards other things here. Not bad. The next task we get. Complete the surprise random event. The surprise exam random event. Well, this is definitely going to be a situation where it needs to go on passives. The amount of time we would spend sitting around waiting for a random event to happen, and then to get a specific one. It is far too much waiting and not being able to do anything. At least with the forestry events, we can actually do forestry and have things happen in some amount of time. Especially with the fact that you have to continuously stay on for extended periods of time to even get random events. It's not something we can just do, but we can stop avoiding it. It's unfortunate that there are these kind of tasks, which are literally just passive things that you could get at any point. There's also tasks in here like getting skilling pets, which is incredibly uncommon to happen. And that is much later. So we're just going to need to keep our eyes peeled for a surprise exam. Of course, I would love to do a surprise exam, so having that be an option now is fantastic. Passive tasks. Not ideal, but they exist, so. I could have just removed all the random event ones from the list entirely. That would have been worse. Coming for you, surprise exam. When possible. For the actual tasks that we need to do, while keeping our eyes out for a surprise exam, we get 1 medium clue scroll. Let's just complete it. Very, very cool. First problem, we do not have a medium clue. And a handful of easy and beginners from things we find. If we want to get a medium clue, we're going to need to go actually fight something here. I think our best bet is probably going to be guards to start here. Could we go get some equipment for doing combat here? We could do better than what we currently have. Of course, making sure to not get things that are not allowed. But I think it should be possible to make some stuff. And get some stuff. Would like to make some big purchases. We're gonna try some money making here. Trade the gem guy, and buy the uncut sapphires for a whopping 25 coins each. Let's buy a nice inventory of those. All for 25. Cut it for crafting XP, since we got the cut a sapphire task already. And then it's going to get us crafting levels galore, which is probably going to be the stopping point for this system. Bought these for 25. We can sell them for 175. So 150 coin profit. Sell that. Then we can buy emeralds for 50. Cut them for a little more XP. And sell those back for 350. So that's 300. And that was like 560 XP. Kind of sapphire was 400. So it's definitely more profit per crafting XP to just get the emeralds. I think that is what we'll do. Of course, we got all these sapphires, so we kind of need to sell them to cut them to sell them back for profit here. Currently going to be stopped at level 59 here. Could also consider if there's going to be any other tasks that are going to require us to get XP here. Let's sell one here. Question if selling multiple at the same time would be the same profit here. It's 175. We sell 5, that should be 500 plus 5 times 75. So, a decent amount. If we sell 5 here, instead of getting that, we get that. It's gonna be doing emeralds anyways, so we will do some crafting. Ah, but that message there might put some dampers on this idea. We're getting close to the 750 total milestone, and that is that's a task here. Don't want to get that unnecessarily, so we should try to avoid doing extra things here. We might end up needing to make money. This might honestly be one of our better ways. There's a lot of crafting XP though. We'll see. Still, this is a good amount of money we can at least do something with here. And a few crafting levels will help. Thinking, we kind of do want a sapphire here. I want to see if we can't make something. We can't make something. No. Maybe we can. Telegraph is fine. The good old gold bar down in the Varric basement. We can telegram things, we just can't teleport. That is a magic level. That works nicely. Because we do kind of want magic levels here. Let's go pop over to a furnace here. We can actually make our item. There's a lot of different crafting tasks for making higher level amulets, like a ruby amulet, and a onyx amulet, and a dragonstone amulet. Not a sapphire amulet though, and that's the one we need. This is gonna work out perfectly. Making gold tiara? No. Make... no. Oh, there. Gold. No, I don't want to make a golden tiara. Sapphire amulet. Unstrung. This is one of our many balls of wool we used for earlier crafting training. And sapphire enchant to make a magic amulet. There's a lot of good magic bonus here. Literally twice as much as we had before. My goodness. One more thing we could get for a magic upgrade. And it's going to be very, very slight. A couple wizards slain. And there's some wizard stuff. Very specifically, we can't wield both the hat and the top. So we have to choose the one with more stats. Because that, both at the same time, is another task. We get another +3 from the wizard robe top. Almost matches with the pants. No bottoms or anything. That's okay. Well, this could be the setup. We could take off the mushroom and put on like a wooden shield or something. Not too necessary. Could maybe get an anti-dragon shield. A little more stats. Options, I suppose. But yeah, this should be good enough to fight some guards. Maybe buy a couple more Chaos Runes, even with the 95% savings, which is actually way more than 95%, since you save 95% of the 95% you just saved, etc., etc. So we're going to go through a few runes here. Cast in magic. Could also just buy an air staff when we're just casting and everything's normal. I think that's a good idea. Combat XP is just way too quick now. This was coming soon, no matter what we do. There is 750 total level. Kind of need to be able to train skills. And now we have a little bit more wiggle room before the next one, which might still end up just happening automatically here. But we got some space to play with now. So I think I'm going to see if we can get something done with crafting. Got all the way to 55 crafting, cutting emeralds for money. Not enough XP left between 55 and 59 right now in order to really get more money for things. This is a very, very necessary unlock here. Trying to add bliss here. Since we've finished Desert Treasure, we can get a ancient staff. Very, very good. 1, for ancient magics, and 2, for whacking, for melee. Much, much stronger than our black sword. It's got attack, strength, and defense training. It's pretty much winning. Much, much better. There's the medium clue box. Only took 167 kills, so a little bit over the drop rate. That's alright. Could be worse. And now the question, what's going to be inside of the clue box? What are the steps going to be? It's only going to be things in the areas we've unlocked. That still could be quite a few different things. First is on the south coast of Crandor. Just need a spade and go there. Boy, it sure would have been quicker to get here if we could just teleport straight to our current clue step. Dig for the next clue. We get a stash unit. Equip an adamant sword, sapphire amulet, and adamant plate skirt. Well, that is slightly unfortunate, as I went and got a little bit more money to get adamant plate legs. I think we still need these for other steps too, so it's still okay. We need to make a little bit more money to afford the skirt and the sword. We can make a sapphire amulet. We already did, but it's unfortunately enchanted. Does not count. But this is going to complete another task. Still a little bit more money available in the crafting. Hopefully we get level 60 and something before we get to that point where we're out of money there. Anyways, sapphire amulet, adamant plate skirt instead of legs, and the adamant sword. Required to do this completes equip an adamant weapon task. That is way better than the black sword. We have the ancient staff now, which is literally twice the strength. So probably better, even if it is just a tad slower. Let's see attack speed here. Or is it the same speed? Says so. Wild. Anyways, with all that equipped, we just need to do our emotes here. And get talking to Yuri here for another clue. Unfortunately, we can't put all this stuff in the stash unit because that is 1, construction requirement, and 2, a task. So, gonna have more things in the bank, which we really, really do need to sort at some point here. Next one, East Lumbridge Swamp. That's doable, obviously. Another nice, easy digging here for another clue. Of course it is. West of the Nature Altar, north of Shiloh Village. We're going to teleport with the fairy rings to Taboana. Could keep this on the favorites list or something, instead of having to type constantly. But yeah, west of the nature altar, north of Shiloh Village. That's just over here. Convenient teleport to the fairy ring. Yay. It works. Mostly. Sometimes. It works. There's no changes to the number of steps or rarity for clue scrolls for us currently. So, we just get what we get. What there is changes for, though, are the rarity of rare items. So, very likely to get some stuff from this, which is in itself a potential task. We need to open the casket to complete our current task. And so, we'll see if we get anything else along with it. 1 medium clue scroll completed, and gain a unique in the form of pink headband. Also of note, adamant pickaxe. So that's something. Haven't really looked into pickaxes too much yet, or axes or anything. It's available. And that is 2,000 points. Brilliant stuff. That is bronze rank. We are just getting started here. But yeah, 1 medium clue scroll took a little bit. There is a task on the list here for 75 medium clue scrolls, which is wild. Wild. The exact points worth of some things are not for how difficult it is to do it, but more as stretch goals. Here's count check. Guess we're not even on a task right now, so we need to wait until we roll something to rub this lamp. Well, that's gonna have to be next time. Goodbye.